The wildest part of this Diddy fallout isn't the trial, it's the tape he never meant anyone to see, and how one piece of footage instantly sent the internet searching for the next name to circle. Because when that documentary dropped, it didn't just raise questions about Sean Combs, it exposed how fast speculation can mutate into certainty online.
Diddy really screwed up, and I'm not referring to his criminal trial, which has him sitting in prison right now, but it has to do with something that happened right before he got arrested. If you've seen the Netflix documentary about Diddy, Diddy The Reckoning, which 50 Cent produced, there's some footage there that had never been seen before. This is a photographer that Diddy hired to follow him around and document his life. That footage ended up going to 50 Cent.
And maybe that's what Snoop went through. I don't know. But let the people know, because it was too early back then. You know, Pot just had died.
So this one night, 50 called me up and, you know, they got him on the phone, man. He was just talking. We was talking about old time shit, you know, sit down with Black Hands, sit down with, you know, with Puff Kids, the whole Puff situation, and this documentary that
Here's what's actually verified. The Netflix series opens with Sean Combs inside a New York hotel room, recorded just days before his September 2024 arrest. He's on the phone with his legal team, clearly stressed, saying things like, "we're losing," and talking about controlling the narrative, even referencing dirty media tactics. That part is real, reported by multiple outlets, and that's why it hit so hard. Not because it was flashy, but because it felt raw and unfiltered.
It doesn't matter. The Outlaws was with me. My homie Tiny, the Mexican homie, was with me. I didn't go there and say, let me get in a video with these guys. I went there knocking on their door. Doom, doom, doom. Tell them dudes to come out. What's up with your, what's up with your Pop? You got a problem with Pop? Because we could just fight like man to man, face to face, and then shake hands. That was my approach with them. But when they told me they didn't have no problem, I don't mind being with you. You know what I mean? I don't mind shaking your hand because they told me they had love for Pop. So that's different. You know what I mean? If he come out and say, well, I already, you know, I questioned Puffy about it. I believe that he didn't, you know, he loved Pop. That's my opinion. I can move the way I want to move. So when people try to, I noticed somebody, I think on your page do that. Well, Napoleon was in the video with Mobb Deep. They don't know how I got in that video with Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? I pulled up on him and just, but I'm the type of person, I've never been a bully type of person. You know what I mean? If I talk to a person like a man and they tell me face to face, look, I got love for Pop, I'm comfortable to know if I can look in their eyes and if I believe what they said, I have the right to say, okay, no problem. I believe you. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what
Netflix and the filmmakers say the footage was legally obtained and that they worked aggressively to protect the source. Combs' representatives fired back, calling the project a hit piece and claiming the video was stolen or unauthorized. Netflix disputes that. And when both sides lock horns like this, here's the part people miss. The lack of clarity becomes a breeding ground for rumors.
Filming it there, but of course, when you get, you know, obviously it wasn't a clean sweep on the prosecutor's side, but you're still going to prison.
Yeah.
He basically kind of scraps it. It's not the, you know, also Netflix is saying, because they commissioned it, right? Netflix is saying, all right, cool, just turn over what you got. And what we'll do, we'll make it what it is because we're just following reality. Diddy's like, well, hold on now. If I lost the case.
Rhetoric is essentially everything else. And really what moves the needle with like 97% of people and 100% of groups, okay, is in fact rhetoric with the lowercase r. So again, stuff like this, 50 Cent is an absolute master of. Basically, you know, he dropped this doc, this 50, this Sean Puffy Combs doc, and it's just kind of set the internet on fire. It's beating out Stranger Things. Like, it's a wild ride to watch, right? And one of the things that he does is he breaks down Diddy's character.
Then came the twist that made everything feel even darker. According to Rolling Stone, Combs' own documentarian, Michael Oberlees, claimed the footage was released by a third party who briefly filled in for him. He called it unethical and said it wasn't just a simple fee dispute. That detail alone flipped the story from leak to betrayal. And once that idea lands, the internet doesn't let go.
$1,000 was paid to the guy on the right, all the way to the right. You see the guy on the right, Corey? He's the one allegedly that got the $500,000, and that money never went to Keefe or anybody else. The guy on the left is the one that stole the chain, the chain, which was a Death Row Records chain. That's a way of saying I got your rapper's chain, because if you were one of the guys, Death Row. So, long story short, this whole thing is in recording that he said this. So, what does Diddy do? Rob, can you pull up this song? It's a song called Black Rob, featuring Mark Curry and Mario Winans. If you can just type in lyrics, okay? So he gets $1 million. Can you go to the lyrics? And Diddy's in the lyrics when he gets started. Go a little bit lower. Can you type in the word in there, Rob? Nice guy. Type Control F, nice guy. Okay, right there. Look at it's 1999. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Been nice too long. I'm just going to start making y'all disappear. Man, first I'm going to take your records off the radio. Then I'm going to erase your social security number. Take your birth certificate out flies. I'm going to do your whole effing family. Ain't nothing but mercy. And then, by the way, in the lyrics, he says, I'll drop $1 million on your head to erase you. Can you type in, I'll drop $1 million, just put Control F. Just go to Google and type this out. I'll drop $1 million on your head. I'll drop $1 million on your head, and just put Diddy next to it. Right there. See, it says Black Rob. What song came up?
And this is where Snoop Dogg's name starts trending, even though he's not named in court filings, indictments, or official records. Reportedly, it's all inference, old alliances, resurfaced clips, reaction videos stacking on top of each other. Algorithms love familiarity, and Snoop has decades of public moments with everyone, including Diddy. Proximity becomes suspicion, even when there's no proof.
So now, they was looking for a representative to come to the meeting from Bad Boy so they could straighten out between Pac and Big and Death Row and Bad Boy. And Puff is the one who refused. Puff is the one to refuse to send a representative or either come himself. And got mad at Zip and them because they were in the Mirage on 57th Street partying with Suge Knight. Got mad at them. And Zip hung up the phone on him behind that.
The speculation got louder when old claims resurfaced, including Suge Knight's recurring accusations, which have never been proven in court and tend to reappear during moments of industry chaos. Add in podcast debates, lyric breakdowns, and selective clips, and suddenly, rumors start sounding like fact.
I don't know where you get all the extras from when they had a conversation at the hospital and all that. That's absolutely not true. Say less, if you know what I mean. But instead of just saying less, since I've been in here saying, well, you can't leave and sacrifice a little bit in the county jail to stop that black man from getting life? Hell no. I ain't wishing bad on him at all, because I don't want to see nobody go to prison. And like I told you last time, as I find out more details about certain things, I probably would go to the Vegas County Jail if me and Keefy D with Sellies. We'd have a good conversation after I give him, 60 and another 2. But yeah, that's definitely didn't happen with Snoop didn't go to the hospital. That's a lie.
Then there's the flash drive storyline tied to Kim Porter. News Nation aired an interview with Courtney Burgess claiming he had multiple drives containing damaging material, but they explicitly refused to name alleged individuals shown in the videos. That vagueness is dangerous because it invites viewers to fill in blanks themselves.
Just got out the gym, doing my workout box. Suge, you right. History would repeat itself. 'Cause, nigga, you wasn't the only nigga in the room, nigga. You wasn't by yourself. It was other people in the room, too. I'm not gonna say no name. Let that go, man. And as far as Snoop and Corrupt writing my album, you ask them niggas that. Them niggas ain't wrote my album. Corrupt helped me with Do You See? Snoop helped me with This DJ. Other than that, everything else I wrote. So that's where you wrong at again. And as far as the tough guy, do you recall when we was at the World Club and it said Death Row and NWA? Who fired on that? Me. When you was at the Comedy Store, fighting that little buff ass at the Comedy Store, who saved your motherfucking ass? Me and C-Style. So what have I done to you? For you to launch out at me? Look, don't get mad at me, man. I ain't never done nothing to you. I wasn't signed to you. So
What changed everything was the lawsuit. Combs filed a defamation suit connected to those claims, targeting Burgess, his lawyer, and News Nation. That's the line between internet talk and real-world consequences, and it's a reminder that repeating unproven allegations isn't harmless.
In a documentary, there's a couple things I'll share with you guys on what I took away from it. But Rob, maybe share the clip on how he got access to some of the footage of the documentary. Is this the one, Rob?
Yep.
Go for it.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figure most journalists would not disclose their sources.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps. Combs' team firing back in a statement to NBC News saying the Netflix so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist to Netflix.
That doesn't mean it's not true. Of course. But they relied on stolen footage, okay, is what they relied on. And then they ask about the history of 50 and him, issue that they've had. What's the one you just pulled up, Rob?
This is where they talk about the feud, and then I also have 50 Cent talking about Diddy's reaction to the documentary.
Yeah, that's so funny. That is so funny. But watch this one here. Go ahead, Rob.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
Yeah, I mean, so that's that part, right? The fact that the feud with the two of them, hey, let me take you shopping. Like, you say that to a girl in 50s, like, what are you talking about? Take me shopping. How do you ever flip a mind? You want to take me shopping? And then last but not least, Rob, the other clip you have of 50 is talking about how he thinks Diddy's going to like this documentary. Go ahead, Rob.
Sean Combs watches this. What do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
She can't even hold it.
Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think.
Despite online chatter, there's no evidence Snoop went quiet. He stayed publicly active, just avoided engaging the rumors directly. No charges, no investigations shown in records, no official accusations, just a familiar pattern, association slowly hardening into assumed guilt. So when people ask why this story feels so unsettling, it's not just about Diddy or the footage, it's about what this cycle proves. Once the internet picks a next name, facts arrive last. And the real question is, who decides when speculation officially becomes